Hi there, everybody,
Right,
and
it's like
welcome
us. Oh,
to Roll with Advantage. Some things never change from not session to session, but from event to event. So, welcome to Roll Call, the show where we dive into the minds of players that bring life to our campaigns. Today, we're going to be featuring Felicity. So, thank you, Felicity, for being here. She is a
thanks for
player
having
who,
me.
oh, yeah, of course. She's a player who's not only left an undeniable mark on the world of Illica, but has also inspired several cards in the game that we're playing today while we talk about Felicity's characters, kingdoms, and castles. So, Felicity's creative genius, and I don't use that word lightly, it's something I genuinely believe, in regards to creating
Thank
characters,
you.
has been a driving force in in all of the campaigns, both on stream, both with Roll with Advantage, and off ever since she first introduced. However, I'm not going to claim that your angel character that you started with was creative genius. I think that was just an idea that sounded fun to you.
It
But
really was.
but it worked out. It worked out. And I think every character after that, you really started to build up to the three characters you play now, which are the ones that we're going to sort of dive into and talk about. Your like ideology behind why you play them the way that you do. So let's go ahead and let's dig in to that. Let's pick apart the pieces and pick apart your brain to see why you make characters the way you do. But here's the thing, Felicity. Okay, I have a really hard question to ask you right off the bat before we even start doing the kingdoms and castles thing. Okay,
Okay.
why should anybody care about what you have to say about what makes a good D&D character and why they should build one the way you do, or like why should people care? I know why they should, but in your opinion, why should people care?
Thanks. Yeah, and it's hard to like answer something where it's like phrased solely like from a place of authority almost. And it's like I've only found out today that people thought that, so that's cool. Number one. But number two, I mean, I guess in my opinion, why if people do want advice on how to build a character, I have made a lot of them. And I will say, if you're a min-max kind of person, that's not the kind of player I am. I am definitely I love the strategical aspect of D&D. I really do, because I do love combat. Some of my most fun I've ever had were with characters that it just was literally like great numbers and punching people. Like that was super fun too. But I think like I'm definitely a person that thinks about like story and reason behind everything as well. I don't think that's super unique, but I've just been in a lot of campaigns and I've done a lot of trial and error and I've made a lot of mistakes. And instead of doubling down on those mistakes, I feel like I have like sat back. There's a few characters in my brain that I'm like, those weren't the ones. And even though I love them in my heart deep down, they were not good for a community-based game. And I feel like that's that's kind of like just broad advice for how to have a friend group. Just like you're not the main character. But I think at the end of the day, I've been in a lot of games. I've played with quite a few different people. Not as many DMs. I will admit, like I've definitely like stuck around with like some main 3 DMs. So the world hasn't changed too much. But as far as players, I've played with quite a few different people. And my main goals were always like what's gonna be more fun, and what's gonna work with the group. So I hope if you guys want that kind of advice, that's the kind of advice I'll be able to give.
And I love that because, you know, it's not just that I've made a lot. It's not just that I've learned from my mistakes. And it's not just that I know what it's like to participate in a community, in a group game. It's all three of those things, right? Because I think the key to any good character is a cocktail of a lot of different things. And I think those are 3 really important ingredients, right? That you're not going to get around in terms of creating characters in D&D. But before we talk about characters, let's dive into the game that we have at our fingertips here. So if you weren't here for the first one, Kingdoms and Castles, trading card game that has been developed by me, inspired by the world of Illica, inspired by Gwent, Hearthstone, Magic the Gathering, all those good things with some things that I like and that I think are pretty cool. So first things first, we are going to start off with the hero draft right at the beginning. So we're both going to roll a die. I rolled a 11. Okay. Odds are in your favor. Here you go.
I did flip. I did not hit roll.
Yeah, go ahead and hit roll.
Um,
I'll allow it.
it's okay. I'll take the 10, but
No.
like, why?
Just
This
roll
is a
it.
start
Just roll
for
it.
Me. This is a great technical start for
Okay.
me. Did I get an 11?
All right,
as well?
we both got an 11.
Oh my God.
Perfect. Roll again. Natural 20. I have a
Just
feeling that is going to be
take it.
indicative of how this game is going to go.
All right, I'm trying.
There you go. Yep. I swear to
Did I
God.
also get a natural 20? Damn.
Get out of here, you scrub. Okay, awesome. So, right at the beginning here, we have the hero draft. So, because I went first, I get to pick a hero first. Every deck, you pick 3 heroes that are kind of tailored around your deck. The heroes we have here are Ivana Damaris, Bianca's grandma, who is dead now, luckily.
Dead grandma.
We have Everyone, one of the 13 Forsaken, not dead. We have Mezin Kelnos, another one of the 13 Forsaken. You're kind of going for an evil vibe here, I see.
I always do on accident, on purpose. Accident, yeah.
I feel like you would really thrive in an evil campaign. I feel like you would be able to embrace a lot of dark shadows lingering
Next
underneath the
time,
surface.
If anyone's got a pitch for me, I'll be there.
And then I have Draven Hunt, another bad guy. Kyren, the Mountain Lich from a previous campaign, and then I also have Bianca. Got to represent at least one of the people that we're talking about today.
One good person.
One good guy. So I am first pick, mainly because I know how bad you want it. I am going to take Kyren.
Yeah, I let my hand show there that I wanted Kyren, but
it's okay.
I'll take you know what, I'll take Evrand. Oops, as I hit the wrong thing, but
take Bianca. I'm not gonna let you have both Damarises. I will say for those watching, there was a couple weeks ago I did a 12-hour stream and I played Kingdoms and Castles against Felicity and I got my ass thoroughly handed to me. And I'm coming back with a vengeance today. I wanna finish this quick, and I wanna show Felicity that I made this game and I'm good at it.
I'm nervous. Did you? Oh, you picked. Bianca.
I picked Bianca.
I'll take Mezin Kelnos.
Take Mezin Kelnos. Look at that. We just get the cards that we picked.
Yeah, that's what was gonna happen since I didn't roll better than a natural 20. I had no modifier.
Yeah, well, you know what? Sucks to suck, I guess. Okay. You get no empathy this time around. It's you're getting the truth.
Fine. I wasn't ready for smack talk so soon. It's draw 5?
Draw 5, yep. I am gonna do my first mulligan. Well, I went first in the hero draft, so you go first in the game.
Okay, so then I don't draw in the first.
Yeah, you don't draw on your first turn.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna shuffle again. Come on.
I have to look at what I have. Okay.
Okay. This is really bad too. Okay, all right.
Oh, that sucks for you.
We're gonna mulligan down to 4.
Oh shit.
Yep.
It was that bad?
It was that bad, yeah.
No.
Okay. All right, first hand, I had only lands or resource generators. Second turn, had no resource generators. So 2, 3, 4. And shit. All right. Well, I'm not going to mulligan down to 3, so this is what we're going to go with. I talked too much shit, and the cards punished me for it. So with that, Felicity, we'll go ahead and dive in. It's your turn up first.
Yeah. Also, I'm the dwarves deck.
Yes.
I'm going control route. You can do like super damage output or like control, and I want to be an asshole. So if you don't know me, that's just on brand.
It's very true. Yeah.
So my passive for my lady card is to gain a resource.
My lady card.
I don't remember.
My ruler card.
Ruler card. And then I'm going to place my resource generator, which gives me 1 more.
So that's 2. That's
So
a strong start.
really
Strong start.
Big brain stuff out here. And then that will be my turn. I can't do anything else.
Okay. All right. Good. I will draw first. So, perfect. Blood Cavern. Gain 1. Boop, boop, boop. And I will go ahead and pass. And as I pass the turn back, we'll go ahead and start with our first little back and forth about Bianca. So we're going to start with alphabetically. The whole list isn't alphabetical. We're just starting with Bianca because we're starting with your oldest character, and she just happens to be first. So Bianca's narrative stands out with its, and I know you might question this a little bit, but with its very unique patron dynamic. So I know you maybe never thought of this, but Bianca is I mean, she's kind of a warlock without like the bond exactly. Like
Mhm.
she's the tiefling, but she got her powers from Issen, right? From this patron, but it was something she put
Mhm.
inside of her as opposed to magic that was gifted to her. So in your development of Bianca, especially considering that transformation, right, from Dusong eventually to Damaris and sort of all the baggage that that carries with it, um, how do you envision, or how have you seen this like journey from Dusong to Damaris and how Issen has influenced that and that like almost initial desire to like please them because they gave you this thing and the transformation from that desire to sort of this hate to try and get back what they wanted. Like how did that shape Bianca's journey and how did you manifest that in the game itself?
Yeah, so Bianca, ever since the beginning, she felt like in the dark about everything that was all the mystery of her family and why she was a tiefling. Her parents wanted to make sure that she was just living as normal of a life as possible, because they didn't want to wrap her up in the drama that they knew about. They were like,
Yeah.
we just want to love her and give her a normal life and let her do what she wants with it. And while she appreciates that normalcy, there's also, I think, like just that gnawing of like knowing there's something going on that's so much deeper, and then it ended up being way deeper than even just Issen. And
Mm-hmm.
also in Joe's world, and I think in quite a few different D&D worlds, tieflings don't own their souls. So
Mm-hmm.
also, and this is actually something I'm adding more so in the book that Joe and I are ramping up a little bit more, is her obsession with her soul itself.
Yeah.
And like really that's what got her on the journey, is like she was like, I'm tired of being a normal person. I can't, literally, I know where I'm gonna go when I die, and it feels like mundane to sit around and
Mm-hmm.
just like live a life knowing that the end is just gonna be hell.
Yeah.
Like that is
Yeah.
just destined. So she's like, fuck it. I'm gonna be a demon hunter. I'm done sitting around owning the shop.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, this is nice, but is this all my life will fucking be?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck that. So she went blood hunter route because I made her a smarty pants and because I wanted to play. Oh, that's another thing. If it's like advice on like playing characters and stuff, if you want to
Mm-hmm.
do something, give your character a reason that they want to do it too. Just write it in there, because like I wanted her to be a blood hunter. Was there a great reason beyond that I wanted to? No, but I put
Mm-hmm.
it in the story. Was it already there? Not necessarily, but I really wanted to play that class next. I'm a person that
Yeah.
likes to try out new things, and so I was already going a huge different route with
Mm-hmm.
Bianca's character and how she is played, but I also really wanted to play a blood hunter. So
Yeah, because
I just
that's the thing when
made
you're
it
making a
happen.
character, right? Is like a lot of people think it's like you have to start from point A and get to Z, right? You have to come up with the concept, the
Hmm.
backstory, and then you kind of plug the character and the background and the class into it. But you can
Yeah.
really take whatever pieces you want to start with and build out from that. And not only will you have a character that's probably more engaging, but one you'll probably enjoy a lot more to play than, you know, if you're trying to force something together.
Right, exactly. So I think from there, it just kind of kept rolling and rolling and rolling, because Joe, you took my backstory with Bianca and just made it
Mm-hmm.
everything with Issen and then Roleus and everything so much bigger. And since
Mm-hmm.
we kind of did the whole thrall thing, like unintentional thrall thing, and then she had to
Mm-hmm.
cut herself off from it, because like that's like she's pretty morally gray except for when it comes to devils and demons, like which we learned in
Mm-hmm.
Isles, literally
Yeah.
really highlighted that in Isles, because
Yeah.
she's down to like mess around, but not with that.
Yeah.
Um,
She is
so once
she's
that
true neutral except with demons and devils, lawful good. They deserve to
exactly,
die. Like
yeah, she's like murder them all. So uh basically then we went back to the drawing board, and it was back to the whole soul conversation, whereas like if she's so obsessed with her soul, the Raven Queen would be a good person to assist with that.
Mhm.
And so that's kind of where that natural thing ended up
Yeah.
flowing. And the Valkyrie stuff was so cool, and I do kind of miss her being a Valkyrie and stuff. But then things just took a different direction, where it's like, what does it mean to be the follower of a Raven Queen and a Valkyrie? And
Mhm.
Bianca really struggled with again, roll of the dice, just the deaths that ended up happening in the game became overbearing for her. Like, I wasn't planning on that happening, but I was like, man, I don't know if she would just be like, and that's how life rolls. Like, if she knows she can do something about helping these people. So that...
Yeah, why would she just kind of lay back and...
Yeah, she's too passionate for that. So yeah, it's just kind of how the game ended up rolling, and it was like, you stay true to those like little bits of your character that you put in your session 0, and then literally at session 100 blank something, and you're like, fuck God. Like, all of a sudden,
I guess
so.
It's time to be done. It's time to quit religion.
Exactly. Fuck everything. Okay, but for my next move, I'm gonna do your favorite thing ever and put this on your intrigue card and spend 3 resources.
On my resource generator, yeah.
Yeah, whatever that is.
Shackles of Silence. Okay, so this card is muted, which means it has no active or passive abilities, which means my resource generator cannot generate resources anymore. Crazy. Okay.
That's my turn, and that's my answer.
All right, cool. Sounds good to me. All right, we're going to draw. We are going to not gain 1. I'm going to play another resource generator to gain 1, though. I'm going to spend 2 to play Blood Payment, lose 2 health, draw 3 cards. So I will draw 3 cards. Draw, draw, draw.
You got that vampire accent going on.
Draw. Yeah. Okay. So, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Love to see it. Love to see it. Love to see it. Go ahead. That's what I got.
Okay.
So, this is not, for those of you playing along at home, this is not good for the vampire deck. Not to show my hand here at all, but I should have a few more units on the battlefield, and I have none. So what are you gonna do, huh? Do you have another Shackles of Silence that you're gonna...
No.
Oh, no? Okay. Nice.
But I am going
This is me praying.
I'm gonna summon my Arcane Sorcerer for 3, which I get to draw another card when he enters.
Nice.
Let's see, what did I get? It's not really what I wanted, but sure. So he's got Summoning Sickness. He doesn't do much. He's just a unit. So
just hanging out.
He's got Summoning Sickness, so
can't really do anything.
We're done now.
That's cool. All right.
I'm all done.
I will generate 1. I will draw a card. What the fuck? Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Cause we gotta do something. All right. We're gonna play a Blood Cavern. We're gonna gain 1. I'm gonna activate my leader's ability, my ruler's ability. And his is pay X, where X is the amount of life you wish to convert to blood. So I'm gonna go ahead and convert. What is that? What do we want to do here? We're gonna convert 5 life. So I'm gonna go down to 8 health. Go up to 7. And then I'm going to spend 7 to play Bianka.
I don't like that.
She's coming out. All right. Okay, here we go. We're playing it fast and loose here. We gotta. She has Summoning Sickness, can't do anything. So as we get ready to pass the turn back to you, Felicity, when you were making Bianka, when you were doing the thing, right, you knew that Bianka was going to be a long-term character. I don't know if you thought 3 years, but you knew that it was going to be a long-term character. So when you made the character knowing it was going to be for long-term, and what did you focus on when making the character in terms of maintaining her relevance and growth? And what guidance can you offer to players who really want to have such a deep personal storyline to their character like Bianka?
Well, thanks. And did you pass me the turn? Is that what you said?
I did, yeah. It is your turn.
I do remember when I was making Bianka, I wanted to do, I guess maybe because it was going to be such a long-term campaign, I wanted her to be very, so she had a lot that I was not interested. I need to restart the sentence 3 times. There was a lot that I wanted her to go through and discover about herself. But not in the sense of like, I remember clearly in my mind being like, not like in the sense of like, you know what a lot of people like day to day go through, where it's like insecurity about maybe, because like her being a tiefling, I'm like, she has coped with the fact that she's a tiefling. She's not like, woe is me, I'm a tiefling, I'm so emo. That's life's hard. Not to minimize other people's experiences with their characters being a tiefling or anything. Damn, this is not what I wanted.
Oh, it's not what you wanted? Oh, I'm so sorry for your bad luck.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really vibing with this. I think I might have to pass.
Oh, really? Wow. Yeah. Wow. 6 cards in hand. That's crazy.
I know. It's not great. But yeah, I'll go ahead and pass there. But I do remember, when making her, I remember I wanted to give her a journey that I knew she would go on. I didn't know how it was going to pan out, because I'd never given a character something as big as like their devil being owned by some creature thing of any kind. I don't think I ever really had any sort of like air quotes pact kind of vibe. So that was new territory. Also, her being like the mature adult was new territory for me. And I think I'm trying to think about like what necessarily I gave her to make everything so deep. I think it really was simply that she had a goal, but it wasn't, I didn't want it to overshadow what the rest of the party wanted to do.
Yeah.
So like she wanted to get to that library. She wanted to find more knowledge. Which we did eventually get to a library. So it like kind of helped give us a little bit of direction in early game. Because I do remember we had a lot of things kind of on our plate, and we were like, okay, what do we do with this great meal that Joe has put before us? We don't know where to start.
Yeah, which course do we begin with? Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think it helped give us a little bit of a direction, but then we totally got derailed. And I think like with that underlying thing, 2 things of she needs to be the backbone for majority of the group being kids.
Yeah.
Kids, teenagers,
they're kids.
And let them make their mistakes. And a lot more of them were dealing with some of those things like, I don't understand why I'm the way I am. I don't have my memories. I'm insecure about my life in this way. Well, like Bianca's just she wasn't worried about those things necessarily. She had other things she was worried about. So it was like a combination of trying to be the steadiness for them and the rest of the party that I had, in combination with and I did leave a lot of stuff with her family. She had a good family dynamic technically, but like she didn't tell them right away where she was going. It was very much like they don't want me to do this. So I think it was a lot of like spices and flavors that just kind of waited and simmered for a long time, because we really didn't get to her stuff
until
a lot of sessions we've been.
Bromsgrove, and there was a little bit with Issen when you guys first got out of the future back to the present.
Yeah.
But the one thing that I heard that was a through line through all of that I think is really what made Bianca such a deep and emotional and personal story was that so many of her desires had to be put to the wayside to be a protector, to be a shoulder to cry on, to be an emotional person, when that was something that, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but was probably deeply uncomfortable for her, because that wasn't exactly something that she was used to, you know? And now she is a mother figure. Like,
right.
What?
Big sister.
Yeah, big sister. Yeah.
No, yeah, because she was the only child. She's never had that kind of responsibility. And it was just like, she saw herself in the kids and everything, and didn't want them to just be like left to their own vices and everything. So no, that's a good point, because I think that was another layer. She was like I played a lot of like more, I think, spunky characters before Bianca. She was definitely my more like socially awkward. She's not as outgoing. She's had to
Yeah.
be, forced herself to be more outgoing, and like put herself in situations that she never would have before, beyond just like
Hmm.
killing things, you know.
And that's a
So
good tip for you DMs out there from me is when the best thing you can do to encourage growth in a character is put them in a situation that is uncomfortable for them, and then they fight, they fly, or they freeze. They do one of those three things, and all three of those things will lead to growth for that character. And I think that's true and
yeah,
true for Bianca. I mean, to be the sheltered kid who eventually grew up to be a sheltered alchemist, who eventually grew to be a demon slayer, who eventually grew to be queen of a nation. Like there's like these
yeah,
big jumps that are completely
yeah.
outside of her comfort zone. Um,
Hmm.
D&D worlds, am I
And
right?
somehow felt like a natural progression, because I
Hmm.
think we are all really good storytellers in that
Yeah.
way. And a lot of people were able to just kind of pick up what I was putting down. And
Yeah. Smelling what
yeah,
you're stepping in.
so yeah, I think the if I could give like a tip is like leave those little seasonings, that little like bit of like
Hmm.
salt and pepper that you're not gonna get to in session 30 if you're playing a
Yeah.
long campaign. If you're
Yeah.
not, hopefully you've hit it by session 30.
Yeah.
But like if you're playing a really long campaign, leave stuff that will just simmer, and then by the
Yeah.
time you get to like, because like I remember when she saw Rolex again in Bromsgrove, and I was like, why are you fucking following her? I'm like, this is her thing. She's not done her
Yeah.
thing. She's
Yeah.
following Islin.
It's hard, but delaying gratification for backstory
Hmm.
nuggets, you know.
Yeah.
Um, think about your character's backstory like a McGriddle bun. What I mean by that is, if you didn't know, they put little syrup like seeds in the McGriddle buns.
Oh,
So that's
I
why
did not know
McGriddle
that.
buns are so sweet. When you bite into it, the syrup, when you bite in, it melts in your mouth. There's these little pops of syrupy flavor sweetness.
Okay. I like that.
Your
That's a good
character
tip.
should be a McGriddle bun, okay? All
I
right.
did not know that. The more you know.
There you go. Well, look at that. We're learning something. You're learning
Mhm.
something here today too. I'm glad I could teach you about McGriddle anatomy. So Felicity, here's what I'm gonna do. Back to the
Yeah.
game. I'm gonna spend
Yeah.
2, and I'm gonna blood spear. And I'm going to shoot your guy here for 2.
No, I have a defense up.
You have a defense. It's an intrigue.
What? That was a defense card. Defense.
Yeah, intrigues can still go over defenses. Its units cannot attack
I
fast. Yeah.
see. I see. I see.
Yep.
Oh. So what happens to me? Am I
So
dead?
it's 2 damage to him, and then I gain 2
He's
life.
dead.
Mm-hmm. So he is
Oh.
dead. And Lil Miss Gal, we just got done talking about. Whenever a unit is sent to the graveyard, she gains +1. So she is now a 3/7. So Bianca is going to swing at the shackles of silence for 3 damage, thus destroying them. I bid you adieu. Get that shit out of my
That's
face.
not good.
Yeah.
You guys, that's not good.
Yeah. I don't even feel
Uh-oh.
bad right now. Most of the time when I feel bad, I don't feel bad for you right now.
I feel bad for me. I have pity for me.
Well, good. Somebody's gotta. Cause no, I'm not gonna. Because the way you cackled when you played that card, you're like, oh, Joe, your favorite card, and you, no.
No, I'm
I don't
a
forget.
manipulator as well. I'm gonna sit here and be like, this sucks, and then as soon as it starts turning in my favor, I'm gonna be like, yeah, fuck you, bitch. So it's okay.
Yeah.
Get out of the way now. It's all good.
All right. That is my turn. Go ahead.
Okay. Please be something that I want.
Oh yeah, you're tapped on resource generators. That's crazy. I just noticed that. I was so concerned about my own survival. But I mean, good for you though. I'm down 5 health already.
Yeah, that's a crazy move.
You got to do what you got to do.
This is a great card. I don't want it right now. Boy. Okay. Well,
Okay.
let's
Yeah.
see.
I still want to stress that this is not a good situation for my deck, especially. As soon as she gets another resource generator out, I'm kind of boned because I have 1 unit on the field with 3 toughness. So
Okay. I'm gonna try
Oh, yeah,
something.
okay.
It's not
Got
the
something?
craziest.
okay,
It's not a crazy move. It's just hopefully a better move than what I'm gonna put him out in the field. Little summoner sickness. but I get to draw a card.
Oh, good. Draw power is crazy.
Are you shitting me right now? Oh no! Oh no! This is not good.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm done.
Ooh, that's tough. That's tough.
It's not good.
We're gonna draw here. Oh my god. Well, okay. So we're gonna gain 4. I'm gonna play another resource generator.
That's cool.
It's a shame that I use blood, or else I would help.
Blood.
Blood. Okay, I'm gonna spend 3, and I'm gonna play a blood baptism. So whenever you attack with blood baptism on the field, your units gain +1/+0 until the end of the turn. A curtain of darkness, obscuring the horrors that lurk within. Flavor text, my favorite part of the card. I'm going to spend another 3 to play another blood baptism. So that stacks. So now whenever I have a unit attack, they gain +2/+0. So I'm going to have Bianka swing for 5.
Okay, well, then he's gone.
All right, so you block him. Binky, she'll gain another +1/+1.
Oh, why is she a good card?
It's crazy.
That's a good card for that deck.
That
Whoever else does the blood deck, Bianca's a good one, which makes sense. Blood Hunter.
Yeah, it checks out. Okay, so as I prepare to pass the turn to you, I want to transition to talk about Lilah, right? The sort of middle child of your current 3 characters. But unlike many middle children out there, I feel like there is no lack of love given to Lilah because she is. That was really dark, but Lilah is lovely. And, her introduction to the Isles of Iverion campaign was so memorable, not just because of her academic prowess that she had, but because of the dynamic that she brought to the party's interpersonal relationships. I will never forget the day, Felicity, when Eurydice told Nalfion that he probably shouldn't go to help Lilah because he might scare her because he's a drow. And he cannot dare disturb the pretty elven maiden off in the cage. That goes nowhere. I just will never forget that moment. So moving on from there.
That is just very funny.
So
now you can't talk to her. She's not a drow.
Yeah, exactly. She's a normal elf. She's not even a normal elf. She's like an Eladrin. No. So she's even
better than normal elves.
So, but the thing is, that's not the question that I have in regards to Lilah. When you embark on a character who embodies academia to this extent that you did, where you are conceptualizing your own thesis based on her experiences in game, that's a really, really, really bold choice. So how do you channel your own experiences, knowledge into portraying Lilah's intelligence authentically? Because the thing is, right, you are not an astronomer yourself. You like elements of it, but you don't have a PhD in magical physics, So what tips would you give to somebody when they try to role play a character that is smarter than them or more charismatic, right? People say that all the time. Like, I'm playing a bard with 18 charisma, but I can barely call Pizza Hut to order something to be delivered, I'm playing a wizard with 18 intelligence, but I didn't score above a 550 on the SAT. I don't know if that's possible, but they're out there, I'm sure. So what advice do you have to people who are trying to play characters that have skill sets beyond their own?
Yeah. For that, I mean, Lilah, it's like I have elements of. So here, sorry, let me start again.
Yeah,
this is
good,
not
you're good.
Proving very well of like, how do you play a smart person? I can't speak actually.
Well, it's proving something very because Lilah, I feel like never comes across that way. She's just always so quick-witted,
I'm glad it comes across that way. Cool.
Not that you're not. That sounds like I'm like right now you look like an idiot. That's definitely not.
Good thing that you're good at acting because you're dumb as fuck.
Yeah, out of character. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, that's so funny. Well, okay, I will say I'm a little bit obsessed with
But that's what every DM wants to hear.
When you're trying to portray something that is out of your comfort zone, I do think you have to put in a little bit of extra effort. There's not just going to be like, oh, I want this. Why is it not happening? Like, if you want to, I tried accents before. I'm really bad at accents. But when I did try accents, I would practice in the car driving over to the D&D house. I'd be like, cheerio, mate, and trying to be English. Didn't work.
Oi, governor.
That's why you guys don't hear
on
me
a
do
Tuesday.
I do vocal tones, and even those are. But anyway, so I will say with Lilah, that is something that I didn't have to that kind of came naturally for me a little bit because I was around for a lot of the D&D lore and stuff.
Yeah.
But if that's something you want to do, often your DM has resources for you to use. So like as I'm writing this thesis for Lilah, I'm going back through notes. I'm going through Gemma's notes. I'm going through everybody's notes actually. And it's actually a dissertation, I think, is what I'm trying to write. So, and I'm just starting with the tools that I already have. Because, like, really, everybody can be a charismatic person. Everyone could be a smart person. I mean, people in college, because I was a dramaturg, were like, oh, you're the smart one. And I was like, what? What are you talking about? I know how to Google. Are you kidding me?
That's a skill in of itself, mind you. Like, most people don't know how to use Google properly.
That's true. Okay, so yeah. I do have, like, I guess research skills that are pretty good. You know, like there's skills that I already maybe had that I start to either use more of or I want to strengthen with certain characters. So the other thing I would recommend is give them a little bit, put a little bit of yourself in there that isn't hard for you to do. So like Lilah, she's a smarty pants, but she's also a very girly girl, and I can slip into girly girl so fast. So if you can't think of a very smart, if I'm like, oh, I don't have a smart comeback, pick that girly girl comeback. So like duology right there. If I'm
really
feeling
good,
weak in one end, yeah. So if you're a charismatic person or not a charismatic person, you want to play a really charismatic bard, and one thing you're really good at is or a part of you that you really like is that you're good at being like, I don't know if you have a specific sense of humor that maybe isn't necessarily considered charismatic, but it's something you find funny and you can dip into really quick. That could easily turn into people assuming that's charismatic. So if you have a dry sense of humor, but you know, you're trying to play a charismatic person, that's always something you can fall back on. Because I feel like that loops back up into it. So find something that is a comfort for you so that the stuff that you're working hard on or harder on to try and portray, you can always fall back in that other thing. Yeah. You also, like I said, I gave up on accents because I wasn't having fun with them. I challenged myself when I did that, but it ended up taking me out of the game. So the other thing you want to do is if that challenge ends up being not fun for you, that's okay. Like, it's a game. You want to be having a good time, and you're not a failure if you're not enjoying the thing that you're trying to challenge yourself with. So I just don't do. I mean, I'm thinking about doing a Southern accent because that one's much easier for me to slip into. So I might try accents again. But yeah, if you challenge yourself for sure. I love trying new things for sure. That's one thing. I mean, I don't think I've played the same class twice. I don't think so in a long campaign. Definitely in one shots. So I love learning new things. So definitely challenge yourself, try out things that you're interested in, but if it's not working out for you, also don't worry about it. It just doesn't work out.
Yeah, so. I think having that like fallback plan, just in case things go wrong, just in case you can't think of the comeback. I didn't even think about that with Lilah, but that's a really, really, really good idea. Have some small comfort zone in your character that you can always fall back to and rely on that when you can't think of something outside of the box for what you're used to. That's a really good piece of advice.
I do that a lot. I do that so many times. At the beginning of your turn, so not now, generate 2 magic or give a target you. Okay, so that's what this card was. Yep. I just saw it as a resource generator and I was like,
let's go.
Fucking go. All right, and then I'm going to put out one more thing here.
Okay.
Let's see what I'm going to put out.
Lovely, dovely.
I'm worried about Bianka being out there, though. She's a scary bitch.
She's pretty beefy right now, too.
We'll try this.
Okay. Oh, okay. Mountain Defender. Nice.
Okay, and that'll be my turn.
All right. I will, at the start of my turn, generate 5 resources. I will then draw a card. Wow. Okay. Well, that's crazy. I'm going to go ahead and swing for 5 again.
Goodbye, Mountain Defender.
All right, so she will take 3 damage. So what we're going to do here is we're going to choose to manage this separately. We're going to go 4, and then she was at... So she's at 5, so she's a 4-5 right now. 4, 5. Oh, shit, that probably... Nope, never mind, we're good. All right, that's my turn. That's what I got.
Okay. All right, I shall draw. Draw. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, because I want to choose that too. Okay. La. Back to the drawing board.
Okay. You got it? Because now you do generate, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. You generate 4 now.
Yeah, I already did.
Oh, that's right. You were at 0.
I spent it all to go to 0.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's so cool out here. I think you might be like, I don't have the upper hand. I think you probably will for a while. Because of Bianka.
She's killing it right now.
She is. I do not appreciate it. Man, I just wish I had enough resources to buy 2 of you, but I don't. You know, we are gonna do this. We're gonna...
Oh, yeah. Okay, you played him. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't talk through my turn at all. Okay, you're useless right now.
Okay. Yeah.
Mister. All right, that's my turn.
That's your turn? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to generate 5 again.
I
Draw.
guess I could have.
I'm going to spend 3. I'm going to play Sand Snare. Disable an enemy. Whoa. Disable enemy unit for a turn? Felicity, that's where you're wrong. I'm a winner right now, okay? Because I'm winning. All right, so he's disabled, so he can't block. So then I'm gonna swing for 6. That's 6.
This is cruel. That's my
6.
character.
So are you taking the 6 points of damage, or are you?
Yeah.
You got. Okay,
I
right, cool.
don't think I got anything else up my sleeve.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah, no,
what can you do, sir? I don't have the resources for you anyway. Doesn't matter. How much?
6.
6.
So you're at 9 right now. That's crazy. Oh man, I'm at 10, so I guess I do have the
Did we
upper
start
hand.
out with 15?
15, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm feeling pretty good.
Be a fast game. Shit.
At the end of my turn, he is no longer disabled. And as I pass the turn back to you, I think that we should get your mind off the stress of the game. And let's talk about Enid now.
Okay.
So Enid, or Umbra, as she was known as in the following the being introduced right at the end of the Oberyn arc, which if you haven't seen the episode of Party Thoughts yet and you're wondering what that's all about, go check that out. It's on YouTube. So now, when you made Enid, when you made Umbra, as she was known as in the beginning of when she joined, you navigated through the tumultuous territory that is the edgy rogue with a tragic backstory. But you did it with depth and evolution. And I say that with no hate or malice because I myself played a human fighter that was edgy and had a tragic backstory. So
the same backstory. Exactly.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, not pretty much, exactly the same backstory, pretty much. Even both of us have some type of connection to royalty, whether it be the Moon Court or the
like
or the Okunai.
On a different plane of existence, you know.
That's also true. The parallels are there. They should really talk about that sometime.
We should.
You
There's
and
just
I
so
are,
much going on
that
all
really
the
is. How are you
time.
supposed to? The world's gonna end. How are you
Yeah,
supposed to find time to be like, hey?
exactly.
Okay. So eventually she transformed in at rather a quick pace, which I don't say that negatively, because you have to adapt when you join a campaign partway through, rather quickly. So you transition from that like solitary, like edgy, like I'm gonna kind of brood, I'm gonna be like this like loner rogue, like I'm just here for the money, to one who was really just yearning for a connection. And maybe that was just always there at the bottom and just needed those layers peeled back. And Enid has so much nuance and development in such a short amount of time. So when you were designing Enid, right, and you were conceptualizing her and coming up with her, how did you avoid those common pitfalls associated with that archetype of being the edgy rogue?
Yeah. Also, sorry, you said it was my turn.
It is your
right?
turn, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think what I did, because I've never played that. Well, I mean, I've had problematic characters for sure, but I've never played the the edgy rogue.
Mm-hmm.
And what I did remember when I played that loner wolf character was feeling genuinely lonely at the table.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, and that wasn't something I don't enjoy, that kind of playing for D&D. I'm not sure if there's somebody out there that really likes that feeling and knows how to be a team player and but also be like a solitary player.
Mm-hmm.
Kudos to you, because that was really hard. I really love like D&D as a team game.
Mm-hmm.
So I did know going into it that I wanted her to, she always had that underlying, I put in there that she's been waiting, craving connection. And that was what the moon character was too, was to like push her. I didn't want her to sit super duper long in the solitary life just because Evrand has so many awesome characters that I wanted to connect with.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a lot of catching up to do, because you all were already at like I'm your family like level, like literally 2 Alvains. So I think John and I just made that clear because I liked the concept of being a rogue. I liked the concept of why we even chose her subclass, which is like a trauma thing. So I guess like I just moved the trauma around a little bit. Instead of putting it fully on the characters for a long period of time, it was like I let her be an egg that was about to crack. It had this shell, but it was actually pretty fragile. So once somebody like knocked on the door, it started leaking out. And it tried to stay an egg. It really did. It was like, I'm an egg. Leave me alone. And everyone else is like, you're literally an omelet. Like, I don't know how to tell you this. So I think that's
I
the
love
best
that we're going
analogy.
through another food analogy. That's awesome.
Did I already do a food analogy?
Well, the McGriddle bun. That was me. That was me. But we've had 2 so far.
That's
both breakfast foods, mind you. That's awesome. Yeah.
So I think that, I mean, I joined pretty late in the campaign. So you also don't want to like take the rest of the campaign to get to your character loving everybody. So, and I think also with our specific backstories that we had worked out between me and Joe, because Joe said he was interested in having a shared backstory, and then ended up being just the same backstory, it happens. I think that was the other thing of like how this can be like the change that makes the difference kind of thing. So just I let there be something that was like when she met the party, they were the difference. And she tried to push back. Yeah. And I feel like that was most clear probably between the 2 main moments was her trying to attack Rianne, and then
True facts,
yeah, and then when she gave distance between her and Basil, who she was pursuing, or also like she started a romantic relationship with Basil, but she was also thinking, there's no way this is gonna go anywhere, but then it went places, and she was like, shit, crap, I'm ruining someone else's life. I only planned on ruining mine. So then that's the other thing is like, and this is just reality, but like when people care about you or your character, they hurt when your character hurts. So the more Enid kept hurting, the more it hurt everybody else that she loved and was growing to care about. Even though she was trying to keep that distance so that that wouldn't happen, it was inevitable. And allowing her to pick up on that allowed her to then flow in the direction of, let me just come around. I mean, the final moment was the big one was when they both went back to, when everyone went back to Ciri, and she has this monster within her that she's been trying to, push back against, but also doesn't want to feel guilty about, because it's like, she doesn't feel bad for having to take care of herself, which is an interesting conversation that I wonder Rian and her should also have, because I wonder if Rian feels guilty about his past, because I didn't want us to be the exact same. So Enid's like, yeah, I fucked people and got money, whatever, it's fine. So I wonder how Rian feels about it. I don't think I drew yet. I don't think so, because I remember drawing him last time.
No, I don't think so either.
So many cards.
Yeah, if anything, I even if you did draw, I'm okay with you drawing again, just because I feel like you need to.
This is rough. All right, let's see what I can do. I think what I can do.
All right, do it. Pull the trigger.
And I think I answered that question well.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, I think that for me, the key to it that you described is that if you are going to enter a campaign with an edgy character, let the party be the solution. Let the party be the missing link to their problems, right? Let the party be the reason they get better. That is such an important choice to make.
And that does, I guess, lead back to a point. Also, I was able to gain one from him, so I only technically lost one.
Perf.
And then this one's 3, so I had 5. No, I had 4, so now I have 2.
Okay.
No. I had 4, so I have 3. Because
Correct.
that costs 3.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That makes sense.
But yeah, so basically, if you want to do that, I would say it's also, most people want to play in a team. It's kind of all wraps into your group as well. Like if your group's not receptive to what you're putting down, that also sucks. So sometimes you just have to kind of make your own story. I will say that. So I've played in groups in the past a little bit, so where it's like everyone's story was a little bit more lone wolf. And less receptive on each other. So if you're in that, I would say it's okay to take initiative and find that reasoning in an NPC or something like that. Because even I think the first campaign I ever played in, Joe, with you, I don't remember how it happened, but Thea was super vibing with everybody up north in the Nordic section. You remember that?
Yeah, I do.
I don't remember how it happened, but we were buds. I don't remember why, but that was my favorite arc, because I think she just proved her strength somewhere.
Yeah.
And they were like, we respect. And so
she was
so much fun. And that's where she ended up going back to at the end of the campaign and everything. So I would say, yeah, if you're not getting that from your group, find it in NPC. So
yeah, no, I mean, if your DM is there as a resource to you to be able to enjoy the game. So if there's something happening where you're struggling, just talk to them. I mean, dude, talking to people is the hardest thing in D&D, but it typically will give you the most prompt answers. and
it's also
it'll
how
fix your
you play
solution.
the game. So that's very hard if you're struggling with talking to people.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point.
So is Bianca's damage and health? Wait, what's her health and what's her damage?
Her damage is 4 and her health is 5, but that's not including the blood baptisms here.
Right.
Because that's only when she
and
attacks.
They're 3. Okay, I would like. Oh, I think his attack's only 1, but that's okay. We'll get one of these down to 1 then. I'd like my rune engraver to start to chip away.
Do something. Okay, cool. So it'll be at 1 then.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, no, because I just summoned this guy.
Oh, okay. So it'd be at 2 then. Okay, got it.
It'd just be at 2, yeah.
All right, cool.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay, sounds good. I will generate 5, going up to 12. I will draw. bro, are you fucking kidding me right now, brother? What's going on? All right, I'm going to sacrifice this resource generator to gain 3 because that is what it says on the card. And I will play the exact same resource generator to gain 1. I see you.
Game.
Yeah. Okay. This is crazy though, right
I
here.
actually didn't read that. I just saw
When
it
a
was
unit damages this
and I was
berry.
like, get out there. I need something. Bianca's too strong. I'm scared.
All right, so I will
When
attack.
A unit damages this barrier, they are returned to the owner's hand. That's good. And half their resource cost is refunded. That's crazy.
That is pretty good. So Bianca is 7, so I will get 3 back.
Thank God she's gone. She's a scary bitch.
She is, yeah. And sadly, since I played a resource generator on my first phase, I cannot use my second phase. So Bianca's just gone for right now. Go ahead.
Bye.
Oh, it is destroyed though.
Oh.
Yeah, Bianca did 4 damage to it.
That makes sense. She was strong.
She is. Bianca is very strong. Well, she's
all right. I gained
effective.
4.
Not high strength.
That's true. She is not. She's a dex lady.
Okay, you're getting there.
What the fuck?
You're halfway to double digits for resources.
But I gotta use them.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Damn it. I wish I wouldn't have put these two next to each other. That fucking sucks. And once you lay a card down on here, you can't be like, oh,
yeah, nope. Nope, can't move it unless you have a card that says otherwise.
I knew the answer, but I didn't want to.
You were hoping. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay. I do think it's interesting because, you know, in all the RWA campaigns, we've had characters join in at different times, and I do enjoy seeing the different ways they get integrated into the story, from, you know, Lilah and Yorick to Ajax and Renshi and to Enid. I love how different all of them are. And it just goes to show that entering a campaign halfway through is only as awkward as you make it. It really can just fit. Oh, and Carasilla and Morwen too, but you know, for Carasilla, it feels like she's been there since day one, which is fun.
It does. It really does. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so she's got summoning sickness. He just gains 1 attack, so he's 2/3 now. Any adjacent unit.
Nice.
So there's a die we can just add a 2 on.
Oop. You want to change that, yeah.
Yeah. What was it? Rotation value 2. All right. So his attack is 2. Put it in the top right.
There you go. Very nice. Very nice.
And then we will attack your defenses.
Okay. So
I know I don't declare. I just attack.
Well, defenses you do declare. Defenses you declare. Like, I'm gonna attack. I'm gonna attack this one. Yeah.
All right. Well. Okay. Well, the one with 2 should attack the one with 2 left, and the one with 1 should attack the one all
with
left.
3. I think that is a fantastic idea. All right. Good job.
That's my turn.
Phantasmic job, Felicity. I will gain 5, going up to 24. I will draw.
Oh my god!
I'm waiting here. Okay, I'm gonna pay 7, going down to, is it 24? Going down to 17. I'm gonna play Bianca, and then I'm gonna pay 3 to play a Dusk Enforcer, which has Rush and is a 3/2. So they're strong.
Yeah, and they got Rush too.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and swing with the Dusk Enforcer, since they can attack right out of the gate. 24 resources. Still 10. So that's going to be 4 coming at you because of the +1 right here. Oh, thank you, Truane71, for the sub on YouTube. Be sure to tune into Twitch to get your thanks.
We won't say thank you anywhere else.
No.
Never.
So that is 4 coming your way. Felicity, what are you doing?
Okay. He will defend with all of his 3, and then he will defend the last amount. So he's gone.
Okay.
And if I could have another die to put on the bottom, here I pull it.
Mhm.
He's now at 2 as well. He's at roll torsion 2. So his damage is down. I mean, his defense is down here. His attack's up in there. That's how I'm gonna.
So did you? Well, I don't think he lost any life because this guy. You just blocked with the 1, right?
But there was one. You say you're attacking with 4.
I was 4 damage, so it was 1 unit attacking you for 4. So you could just throw that guy in front of it to just absorb the damage.
That's what I'm doing then.
Okay, and then he only has 2 HP, so he's at 1. However, a unit was sent to the graveyard, so Bianka does get +1/+1. She's good. She is good. Man, how much risky business. All right.
Cool.
Is that what you got? No, that was me attacking.
Yeah.
And I just played Bianka, so I can't do anything else, so go ahead.
All right. Heart of the cards.
Come on. I believe in the heart of the cards.
I don't. Man, Okay, game 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, nice. Back up to 5. Okay.
Yeah. Man, this has sucked. Suck. Okay. Well, we're gonna play this little guy.
Ooh.
Which I gain 1 when I lay him down. That's like his thing. So he only costs 1.
Nice.
And then we will attack your defense.
Okay, destroy the defense.
Get it out of here.
The defense is destroyed. No.
That's what we'll do. Boom.
Boom, dude. Okay, all right.
Also, this guy also has 2 attack now because of my lady.
Ooh, truthfully.
Yes.
That is quite interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Is that all you have to do?
That is all.
All right.
I have.
I will gain 5, going up to 19. I will draw. I will spend 1 to play a Blood Veiler. So, for every 5 HP the enemy champion is missing, it gains +1/+1. So, you are missing 6. So, it gains +1/+1. So, it's a 2/2. A 2/2.
Fuck this deck. You know that? Fuck it all.
And then here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna activate Bianca's active ability to drain 4 life, to drain 2 life from myself, going down to 8, to deal 4 damage to your Mystic Guardian here.
I guess you can do that.
And I can only damage units, sadly. So I can't just deal that directly to you.
All right.
But
4 damage does her in, though.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Mystic Guardian.
Yeah.
You were a good card.
A very pretty card, too.
My favorite card in the deck.
I know, Felicity.
And they don't have their pluses.
They don't.
This is bad, guys. Look, for the record, it was not videotaped. It was streamed that I did kick his ass like a week or 2 ago.
Yeah, it was an awful defeat on my part. I was ashamed of it. And now we claim redemption. Who knows? Anything could happen. So because a unit got sent to the graveyard, Bianka does get +1/+1 again. So I'm going to swing for 4, 3, and 2 for a total of 9.
I would like to block.
All right. You
the
might.
big one.
And
I'd want to block the next big one.
All right. So the Dusk Enforcer, you take 2. Yes.
Okay.
Bianka is going to be at oh wow, that was a lot of people that just went to the graveyard though. 3, so
oh my
Woo!
god. Ooh, she's annoying. I should have taken Bianca.
So Bianca is gonna be at, I believe, 5, 6 now.
Oh my god.
That's crazy. She's strong.
I don't know what to do. She's gonna kill me. This feels poetic. Do
Felicity,
I take any damage?
You take 2 points of damage.
Thank you.
And with that, Felicity, I'd like to pass the turn back to you.
Oh, thank you. I need some specific card. I could, if I had certain cards right now, I would be winning.
You know, it's really funny that you say that because I think that's what happens in a lot of games like these. If I just had the right cards.
Look, I literally just have like 3 cards in my brain that if I had, you know what? Okay, I know I have so many cards in my hand, but I am gonna. Hold on.
Okay.
Let's not be rash here.
Think it out.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh wait, I didn't gain my 4.
Yeah, you should be at 8. Yeah.
Okay, I have things that I need to think about now.
Yeah, think it all you want. Take all the time you need.
That wouldn't matter.
7. And I am at 8. Lovely, lovely.
Okay.
You got
This is not the most amazing move.
Okay.
But it's... Can I do that, though? Okay, let me... I think... All right. This is kind of a wild play, but this is what I'm going to try.
Okay.
All right. We're going to spend 3 to get him out on the field. So draw a card whenever I cast an intrigue card. So that's 1, 2, 3. Oh, shit. I fucked up already. I didn't math right.
You can sacrifice a resource generator to gain 1. I don't know if that.
Oh, I don't know if that's a good idea. Oh no! I already did math wrong. I was 1 off. Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo. Oh fuck. Damn it, that was a good move. I need it. You know what? We'll do it next time. That's what we'll do. I'm gonna use an intrigue card. I want to draw 2, but I get to draw 3.
Okay, nice. Nice.
1, 2.
Very good, very good.
I get to draw 3 now.
Yep, all right, go for it, go for it. Draw.
Lame as fuck out here. Okay. Not what I fucking need.
Did you not draw a singular resource generator?
No, I didn't. Oh my god.
That's crazy.
Winning in amazing cards that I can't use.
That's fantastic. I love that, honestly.
How much are you? 7?
Uh-huh.
Damn it. This really is going my way. Alright, we're done.
It's we're done. That's it?
We're done. That's it. That's it. I can't believe I drew 3 and didn't get anything I needed.
Oh, yeah. That's tough. Okay, I'm going to generate 5. I'm going to go up to 24. Draw. I'm going to spend 1 to play a Blood Veiler. Gains +1/+1 for each 5 HP you're missing, so it get +1/+1. And then Felicity, I'm going to go ahead and swing for 7.
I have to block it if I want to live. So I'll block Bianka, who's doing the heaviest load.
Okay.
But then, as soon as he goes to the graveyard, she's going to be beefed up again. Just go for it.
So now she's a 6/6. Yep. And you do take 2 damage. Okay. Now that you are missing 10 HP total, these guys get another +1/+1. And with that, Felicity, I'd like to pass the turn back to you.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. I bow. Yes. I'm really glad that we don't do the nice comments at the end of roll call anymore, because I feel like they'd feel really disingenuous after after a game. I think that might be the the face on the thumbnail right there.
Oh, shit.
That one was pretty good. That one was pretty. How about Joe? You shut the fuck up. Can you do that? How about you do that? I don't know if it can.
You know, I have a few things I could do, but they're all not. Okay.
Very expensive.
I'm going to.
Did you draw?
I drew.
Ooh.
Yes. This is not a good game for me.
I can't even begin to imagine what you have in your hand.
I'm gonna play Mystic Vortex, and so I'm gonna return 2 target units to your hand. So I'd like to return Bianka and one of your. They're the same. So this Veil.
Okay. I'm gonna spend 3, and I'm gonna play Blood Echo to counter target spell, and my champion gains life equal to its cost.
Okay, I think you just win, sir. I think you just win, because that was 6.
Oh, that was 6? Ooh, and then I gained 6 life. Ooh.
I think you win. I don't think I can do anything else.
Because you have 1 left?
Yeah, what costs 1?
Okay.
Yeah, so.
No need to go through the draw,
Yeah.
no need to go through the generate phase. I will just swing with my team.
Yeah, I lost.
Oh man, it was a tooth and nail, hard fought battle, Felicity. Honestly, I commend you for doing as much as you did with as little as you had. I think it just goes to show
that.
the resourcefulness of players is never to be underestimated.
This is his theater person persona. He's like, meh. It's a good job, Felicity. I don't need to be patronized next time.
Okay, all right. Well, then, okay, fine. Just hopefully you're better at the game next time we play. So no, great job. I really do think that it was just one of those situations where if you would have drawn more resource generators, it would have been a different game.
I'm curious who would have won if I had more of what my deck could do.
You would not have drawn a resource generator for another 6 turns.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it seems like they were all at the bottom of your deck. Yeah, they were all at the bottom of your deck.
Oh my god, that is wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I just wish I'm not normally a sore loser, only when I feel like I had no chance.
Yeah.
Do I feel a little sore?
Yeah. It's understandable. You know, I know that
my first draw had resource generators, so I was like,
well, yeah, because that's the
mulligan.
You never know, right? You never know, and that's the risk. But what I will say is you handled it with grace, and I respect you for that.
Not, but I really appreciate
you. No, you didn't. Listen,
you
compared to some of the people I've played card games with in the past, you are miles ahead of some of the people at Friday Night Magic back when I used to go. So
that's true. I only flipped you off a few different times, but how do I flip the table in this game?
It's up at the top. Maybe I need to make you promote you.
Yeah. No, I got you.
There you go. Well, congratulations,
Bye.
Felicity. You did beat me. You thoroughly how you feel right now is how I felt last game. So,
Okay.
we are even
fair.
here. But the thing is, Felicity, it is not an episode of roll call without at least ending on kind of a sweet note. So I have 2 things that I want to do. First things first is I want to ask you, if you were to give a piece of advice to somebody, right? The number one thing I do when I create a character to make sure that not only do I enjoy playing them, but they're fun to play with, I do this. What is that thing for you? What do you do?
Ooh, that's a
That's a tough question.
Yeah, because you're making me think about things that, like I haven't really dipped into that process in a minute. So, so I guess like the things that I learned the most about when I was making like the mistakes with my characters is when you want it to be someone that is fun for others to play with, um you I, not everybody, as much as cool as your backstory is, no one's gonna care as much as you do. People will find it interesting, people might ask you questions, but if you shouldn't be expecting people to be engaging with your backstory and what's going on with your character for just the sake of it being interesting. You could think about maybe why it'd be interesting to their characters. So, like the most recent examples I could think of, beyond just Rian and Enid having the same backstory, I thought about what everyone else might think of how Enid is acting in the group. So, like her and Gideon had that more standoffish persona, and it gave him kind of like a way to take her under his wing a little bit and be like, hey, I know what it's like to be that person.
Yeah.
But also simultaneously, as Enid's she's a little bit more, I don't want to say quick to open up necessarily or anything like that, but she had a turnover that went a little faster, kind of based on her personality as well. So Gideon is still dealing with a few things. So that was kind of something that they were able to connect on. I even thought about that with Yrsa and everything that she had to go through. So, like, if you want everyone else to connect with your character, put in little seeds that when they come up, make people raise their eyebrow. Not because it's like, wow, you slayed that many monsters, or you're the queen of blah blah blah. It's like, oh, my character can relate to that. So it's giving, because they talk about knives that your DM can like use in your backstory to come back and stab you with later in the campaign. But I think it's the same thing for players too. Like, I know I want to, when I hear about, I think like probably one that comes up to mind a lot was when Eurydice was going through all of her stuff with like her with Asmodeus and being like a Dawnbringer and everything in Isles. I do remember going into that campaign and knowing that was the arc we were going to go into, and I was like, okay, Lilah's going to be this good, shining light kind of person. But I didn't want her to be judgmental. I was like, she can't be judgmental because of the things that Eurydice has done, and it needs to be from a loop, in the sense of, I don't care what you've done in your past. What I care about is what you do now. And I think that also would loop into Nalfian too. But he had already kind of come over that, and he had a lot more of a connection with Twig in that way.
Yeah, correct.
Where
He wasn't
Twig was able
nearly
to
as
be
shadowed.
Yeah, at that point. He was already kind of like Papa Nalf at that
Still
point.
Still a drow, but
right. So I would say, especially that was more when I'm joining mid campaigns, but definitely with Bianca looping all the way back to like session 0.51, whatever, we had a lot of people who were wanting to make younger, the more bright-eyed, like, oh, I don't know the world kind of people. And I was like, okay, well, Bianca will be worldly to a degree. She's like sheltered in the sense like she doesn't know what's going on in her history, but she knows what Bella Clara is. She knows how the government works. She knows it's corrupt.
She's like a normal functioning adult.
Yeah, exactly. So it was just kind of like sometimes being like a foil for your players. That is, if people aren't familiar with what foils are, because I know not everybody has like that story background. A foil is like, if you have Harry as the main character, a foil to him is Ron and Hermione. He's like the talent. Ron is he's the wizarding world knowledge in the books. Obviously, this is not movies. And then Hermione, Hermione is the book smart. So it's like they can all like play off each other, and together they make one functioning, actually cool character. So
which is a great way to think about D&D party composition. Make sure that you complement the other people's characters when you make yours, because it'll just help everybody mesh together.
Yep. So we got that, and then was that the first part of your question?
No,
don't
that I was just
remember.
saying what's one thing you would
Oh,
say when you go to make a character? What's the one thing you do?
yeah.
And
I
and
guess I think about what the party needs most, and
and
then go from there.
that's a really selfless way to look at it. And granted, not everybody can be like you. Not everybody can be like, well, I'll do whatever, because you do need people that are gonna hunker down. But the thing is, you can still
Yeah.
pick a character and then sort of like mold the backstory so people can
Hmm.
click into it. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
Yeah. 'Cause I
Well,
think sorry, I didn't want to cut you
no,
off.
you're good. You're good. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I have now. Whenever these campaigns end, I do have ideas for characters
Mhm.
next. I don't know exactly who they'll be, but I'm like, hey guys, I'm the wizard this time. Like, I am that kind of person. Like, it's
Yeah.
okay to put out there what you want to do. Don't be completely like roll over. Like, if you want to play a class or you want to play a certain race or you want to play the
Mhm.
charismatic character, just announce that. But
Yeah.
like, make it still mesh with everybody else
Yeah.
and what they want to do.
Well, awesome. Well, there we go. That is roll call, except for the final thing we have to do here. So, as I did on the Evan effect, there is a certain element that each player that I play D&D with brings to the table. Evan and Felicity are both special in the fact that aside from Cameron, they are the three that I've played D&D with the longest and most consistently. Each one of the three of them have a very special place in my heart because of that. But even more so than that, all of the players that I play D&D with do. Each one of them brings something unique and interesting and fun and exciting, and it's something that I've had a lot of time to think about over the past 3 years of these campaigns. So I've come up with a definition for these things, right? We had the Evan effect. And now I'd like to give you my definition for the Felicity Factor, if you'd be willing
Aw.
to hear it.
Yeah. I thought you were. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna make a joke before you get really
Yeah,
sweet. I
yeah,
thought
yeah.
you were gonna say Felicity fuckery. I was waiting for it.
That's, you know what? A missed opportunity, I think. The next episode of Roll Call with you, it'll be
Next one.
the Felicity fuckery. But for now, the Felicity Factor. A noun. It is either A, the distinctive ability to infuse role-playing characters with profound depth, emotional complexity, authentic growth to enrich the collaborative storytelling experience, or B, a player's knack for elevating group dynamics through empathetic engagement, creative problem solving, and a deep commitment to the narrative's integrity. That, to me, is what the Felicity Factor is. That is what Felicity brings to the table. And if you embody the piece of advice that Felicity gave today, you're going to bring the Felicity Factor to your table. And I guarantee you that every DM, every player you play with, that is going to be something that they're going to be so appreciative of, because it's so special to have at my table. So with that, no thank you, Felicity, for being a wonderful player, for sitting down for this conversation, for playing this game, even though you got thoroughly mollywopped.
Okay.
It
Next
was, see, it's a little bit of sweetness there at the end. It helps kind of
Yeah.
undercut the sting.
Nah, it's all good. I'm over it.
There you go. See, look at that. Awesome. So with that, thanks for watching, everybody. We hope you enjoyed. Be sure to follow here on Twitch. If you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe on YouTube. It was a grand old time. Be sure to look out for more announcements about Kingdoms and Castles, as they will be coming shortly in the month of February. Get ready for a $200 tourney in February. Wow. I wish I was made of money like that so we could do that.
Same.
For the players at RWA. And just a whole bunch of other stuff we have here at Roll with Advantage. So thanks for watching. We will see you tomorrow if you tune into Twitch, because I'll be here doing a 12-hour stream, which would be a lot of fun. Maybe that's where we can have a rematch and we can finally see who the champion is between us.
I'll face this deck again. I just want it to be a fair fight. You know, both of us are at our peak.
All right. Cut the promo. All right, this isn't WWE. Listen to your brother. All right. So yeah.
We have history. I have to finish
the story. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.